that the state is proceeding on count one, which is debit card abuse. That's as a state jail felony. The ranges of punishment are anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine.
Welcome to the Court of Justice.
Court is calling 2022 CR 7737A, State of Texas versus Jennifer Tagle. Could you please approach and could parties announce for the record for the state?
Daniel Escobar for the state of Texas.
For the defense?
Robert Gaona for the defendant, Jennifer Tagle.
And are you Ms. Tagle? Why were you late for court today?
I was running late on the bus.
All right, you got to take an earlier bus. I used to take the bus. I would end up at court for work at like 7 a.m. It's dark at that time. All right, counsel, I'm showing you the discovery acknowledgement. Have you received all the discovery in this case and did you review it with your client?
Yes, I have, Judge.
Court will find that the state is in compliance with discovery. Ms. Tagle, I'm showing you what's entitled application for deferred adjudication or community supervision. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Next, I'm showing you what's entitled true bill of indictment. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, do you waive the reading of the indictment?
Yes, we do, Your Honor.
State, are you proceeding on the indictment as presented?
Your Honor, we're proceeding on count one and waiving count two.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
Mr. Tagle, I'm showing you what's entitled court admonishments. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it and did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that the state is proceeding on count one, which is debit card abuse? That's as a state jail felony. The ranges of punishment are anywhere from 180 days up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand? If you have a plea bargain agreement with the state, the court does not have to follow your plea bargain agreement. If for any reason the court does not follow your plea bargain agreement and gives you more than you bargained for, the fact that you entered a plea will not be used against you and you will be allowed to withdraw your plea. Did you understand? You're going to have to speak up.
Yes,
Did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state will call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by entering this plea bargain agreement, you were giving up those rights?
Yes.
And did you intend to give up those rights and enter into a plea bargain agreement in this case?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand if the court were to grant your application for deferred adjudication, if for any reason your deferred adjudication were revoked, the court could find you guilty and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, has your client been able to provide you with any defenses?
Yes, Your Honor.
Do you believe she has a rational as well as a factual understanding of the charges against her?
Yes, I do.
Do you believe she's currently competent and was legally sane at the time of the offense?
Yes, I do.
Ms. Tagle, has anyone threatened you, coerced you, or placed you in fear to get you to enter this plea? Has anyone promised you anything other than the plea bargain agreement? Are you satisfied with the way you've been represented? Are you a U.S. citizen?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived her right to jury trial. Showing you the plea bargain page. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Yes, ma'am.
According to the plea bargain agreement, punishment is to be assessed at 1 year in the state jail facility. It says here there is no application for deferred adjudication.
It's an application for regular probation, Judge.
Okay. There's no application for deferred adjudication. The state recommends community supervision. There's to be restitution to Austin Galan, Galan, if any. Did you understand that to be the plea?
Yes, ma'am.
Defense?
Yes, Your Honor.
State?
Yes, Your Honor.
Showing you the paragraph entitled waiver of appeal paragraph. Did you review that paragraph with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in both places?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand by signing that you're waiving your right to appeal? The only items that can be appealed are written pretrial motions that have been filed, heard, and ruled upon by the court. Did you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Counsel, have there been any such motions?
No, Your Honor.
Next, I'm showing you outside the plea bargain agreement. The state is requesting that your community supervision be for a term of 3 years. There be 120 hours of community service restitution, no contact with Austin Galan and Cats 1 and 2. Did you understand those were recommendations from the state and the court does not have to follow those recommendations?
Yes, ma'am.
Then to the offenses charged, how do you plead? Guilty, not guilty, no contest. State, any evidence?
State offers State Exhibit 1 in all attachments.
No
Any objection?
objections, Your Honor.
Ms. Taggle, I'm showing you what's entitled wavering consent to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Did you review that document with your attorney? Did you understand it? Did you sign it in all the appropriate places?
Yes, ma'am.
Again, did you understand you have a right to jury trial, a right for you or your attorney to cross-examine and confront any witnesses the state would call and the right to remain silent?
Yes, ma'am.
Did you understand that today the state will be presenting evidence in the form of witnesses' statements and police reports, but most importantly, there will be no live testimony? Did you understand?
Yes.
Court will find that defendant has knowingly and voluntarily waived and consented to stipulation of testimony and stipulations. Court will accept any evidence states exhibits 1 and attachments. The court has reviewed the same. The court will find there's sufficient evidence to find you guilty, and the court will find you guilty. Are we proceeding with sentencing?
Yes, Your Honor.
Anything you wish to say on behalf of your client?
Judge, it asks that you follow her plea bargain agreement with the state.
All right. And you do understand your sister was just before me blaming this entire thing on you. You understand that?
Mhm.
Your Honor, I think it was her co-defendant, Sarah Laura.
Yes, saying that she was her twin sister and it was her twin sister.
I actually think she actually does have a twin sister.
I do have.
No. That's what I'm saying. The person who came in said it was the twin sister. Yes. And her name, I believe, is Sarah Laura. Yes. All right. So you can unfold your hands. Why are you taking things that don't belong to you?
Technically, I don't know. Wasn't thinking at the moment of this.
What do you mean you're not thinking at the moment? It takes thought to take somebody's stuff and then go to Walmart, Malone Grocery, the Family Dollar, and I don't know what you're buying for $175.88 from Family Dollar when I think everything's supposed to be $1, a little bit over $1. And then there's more Walmart trips. There's Shell gas station. There's an Uber. There's public storage. So how would you like if somebody were to take something that belongs to you and go on a spending spree? Do you have a job?
Right now, yes, I do.
What do you do?
Transportation, the state
What?
transportation.
What does that mean?
Medicaid transportation,
She
Okay.
drives a Medicaid van?
Mhm.
Is that what it?
No, she's not going to be, you're not going to be driving a Medicaid van because driving a Medicaid van suggests to me that you're driving people. Am I right about that?
Mhm.
That's either yes or no.
Yes, ma'am.
So that means that you're driving vulnerable people who may have credit cards and may have things that you can have access to. So I'm not allowing that. You understand? So you're going to have to get another job.
Yes, ma'am.
I don't allow people on probation out of this court to be at home healthcare providers, to work with minors, to be in any type of occupation where they're around vulnerable people. So, I mean, you can get a job in construction, you can do that, but you will not be driving a Medicare van. So this is what the court will, do you have any children?
1,
Age?
7.
Okay. Live with you?
No,
Why not?
it was my mom and dad.
So that means that there's somebody else taking care of your child. Are you paying child support?
Yes, I am.
How much?
120 every 2 weeks.
Is Child Protective Services involved?
No, ma'am. The
The-
case is closed.
All right. So that tells me that you didn't do what you needed to do. Otherwise, you'd have your child. There's going to be $1,000 fine probated. As previously stated, the court is finding you guilty. There's to be restitution and no contact with Austin Galan. Proof of employment within 30 days. Probation. She is not to be driving a Medicaid van or working with any vulnerable people. And there's to be no employment as a home healthcare provider or with minors. And you can give them you're going to give your employer your 2-week notice so they won't be left in the lurch. So you're going to give them a 2-week notice. And after those 2 weeks are up, you're not allowed to work there anymore.
Yes,
1 year in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 3 years, 120 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. You are going to complete parenting classes. I guess you didn't complete them for CBS, but you'll be completing them here. So there's to be parenting classes. Once she's done that, the remaining community service hours will be waived. There's going to be CATs 1 and 2. There's to be regular reporting by Zoom or in person. There's to be field visits 1 time per month. There's to be no unsupervised contact with minors. And there should be regular UAs. And if you're drug tested today, what are the results going to be?
30,
For what?
for weed.
All right. And so you are driving and you smoke. That's a problem.
I already gave her my 2 weeks notice.
Okay, great. So you're just hopping from job to job. All right. I'm going to want her to do the UA hotline. And she's to be tested at least every 2 weeks until she's clean. And then there will be sober meetings. Probation, is there anything else she needs? Is there anything else you need from the court?
Mm.
I'm going to show you what's entitled Trial Court Certification of Defendant's Rights to Appeal. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it? And did you sign it?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a plea bargain agreement, because I followed your plea bargain agreement, and because you waive your right to appeal, you do not have the court's permission to appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Because this is a felony conviction, you're not allowed to own or possess any weapons or ammunition. Do you understand?
Yes, ma'am.
If you have a question over what a weapon or ammunition is, you'll need to speak to an attorney. Do you understand? All right, good luck to you. Probation will go over conditions.
Thank you, Judge.
You're welcome. The court is calling 2022 CR 3998, State of Texas versus Jaclyn Wells. Could I have parties announced for the record for the state? For the defense?
Alberto Rodriguez.
Well, you come on. Come this way.
All right, are you Jaclyn Wells? All right, you need to speak up so that I can hear. Showing you what's entitled Motion to Enter Adjudication of Guilty and Revoke Community Supervision. Did you review that with your attorney? Did you understand it?
Speak up.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, why are you mumbling?
That was my mouth hurts. I'm sorry. Okay,
I'm sorry, what?
my mouth hurts.
Okay. So, did you review this document with your attorney and did you understand it? Are you the same Jaclyn Wells who was placed on deferred adjudication in 2022 CR 3998 for the offense of possession of a controlled substance, penalty group 1 less than 1 gram, on July 7, 2022 for a period of 2 years? Is that you?
Yes, ma'am.
State?
Yes, Judge, violated condition number 1 on or about the 29th day of August, 2022. In Bexar County, Texas, the defendant Jaclyn N. Wells committed the offense of theft in violation of condition number 1.
How do you plead to that? True or not true?
We'll waive all other violations, Judge.
Did you understand by pleading true to violation of condition number 1, the court could find it true, grant the motion, find you guilty, and sentence you up to 2 years in the state jail facility and up to a $10,000 fine? Knowing that, do you still wish to plead true to violation of condition number 1?
Yes, ma'am.
Court will find violation of condition number 1 true. Defense, do you have any objection to the state's waiver of violation of condition number 4?
No, Your Honor.
All right. Is there an agreement?
Yes, Judge. We're asking that you deny the motion and alter amend her conditions for status. In addition, we'll be taking into consideration NITMAC number 676841.
Is that the agreement?
It is, Your Honor.
All right, Ms. Wells, can you raise your right hand for me, please? Do you solemnly swear or affirm that testimony you give will be the truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God? All right, you can lower your hand, state your name for the record.
Jaclyn Wells.
All right, so why are they recommending that you go to SATF? What is your issue?
You just suggested that.
No, here's the thing, SATF is for people who have drug problems. So why would they recommend that you go to SATF?
For drugs. That's why I'm on probation for drugs.
Well, here's the question. You're looking quizzical at me, which is fine. So I'm going to be more direct with my question. Do you have a drug problem? That's
do.
either yes or no.
Okay, yes.
What is your drug of choice? How long have you been using that?
For
Hmm.
years.
For how long?
For years.
What does that mean? How many
I
years?
don't know, since I was like 15.
All right. So why did you start?
I just got introduced to it and then I don't know why I started.
Okay. Do you have any children?
Yes,
What are their ages?
14 and 9.
Where are they?
With them. And then
Have your parental rights been terminated? Did you ever have a child protective services case?
I did, but it got closed.
All right, which probably means they either closed it for one or two things. Either they made the father of the children managing conservator, or either they terminated your rights, or either they just gave you possessory. I don't know because I wasn't there. I'm not the one who took this plea. So I would send you to drug court, but drug court is full. That's probably where you need to be. But that's full. So I'm going to deny the motion. Probation.
Yes, Your Honor.
Even though drug court is full, can you see if they would interview her? You're still going to SATA, but once you get out of SATA, maybe they'll be able to accept you at that point in time. So I'm going to deny the motion, alternate main conditions to include SATA. I'm going to want parenting classes, the UA hotline upon release, there's 180 hours of community service restitution. 40 of those hours will be waived if you provide proof of the COVID vaccination. Court is not requiring you to get the COVID vaccination, but if you do, 40 hours will be waived. The remaining hours will be waived once you complete parenting classes. If you were released, where would you be living?
With my friend.
Who is this friend?
He's just a friend that has, I don't know, he's,
All right, so sometimes people use the word friend different than I use it. Is this your boyfriend?
no, but he's a good friend. Just
How long have you known him?
for 4 years.
And so he's known you doing your addiction? All right, how old is he?
He is 29.
All right. You're not going to be allowed to live with him. And let me just tell you why. I'm a firm believer that if you hang out at the barber shop long enough, you're going to end up getting a haircut. So I think that he's probably using as well. And we can't have two people who are addicted to drugs coming together, because it never fails that when one is doing well, the other one is not. And then it sort of leads you down the rabbit hole to using drugs. So you're going to have to get a place by yourself. And I'm going to recommend for you, I can't order it, but you should not be in any relationship until you work on you, so that at some point in time, you can be involved in your children's lives. Okay. So, and there's going to be no unsupervised contact with minors until further notice. And then, of course, the referral to felony drug court. And she's to remain in custody till transferred to SATA. But within 30 days, if she's not transferred, I'm going to want her back here so we can see where else we can place you. Okay. All right.
Your Honor, I can tell you it will not be within 30 days.
It's going to be longer than that.
It'll be a little bit longer.
All right. Can you put down, see if Lifetime Recovery or somebody can take her? If they cannot, then we'll bring you back in 30 days. And there's another treatment facility that I can see if we can get you in. Okay. And I think we'll, if that doesn't work, we'll have to try Rise Recovery. And until they're ready to accept her into inpatient, then Rise Recovery will be our next option. All right. So Ms. Ferguson, on this, can we bring this back in 30 days to make sure that she's not still at the Bexar County Jail?
Yes, November 10th.
All right. So when you go to the jail and you try to find out when your court date, November 10th is not going to show up, and they're going to tell you don't have that date. We have to do that as a phantom date, because if we put it as an actual date in the system, it will stop you from your transfer, because they're going to think you have something pending. So I know it's November 10th. Everyone here knows it's November 10th. So if you're still at the Bexar County Jail, you will be brought over. Okay. All right. Is there anything else? All right. Let me see. She was, yeah, you'll be on till 2024. Do better. Okay. All right, good luck to you.
Jennifer Tagle stood before Judge Stephanie Boyd with a deal already in hand. Cause number 2022, CR 7737A. Credit/debit card abuse. a state jail felony. The range of punishment, 180 days to 2 years in state jail, up to a $10,000 fine. The plea bargain offered 1 year, suspended, with regular probation. No deferred adjudication. Straight community supervision. Restitution to be paid. Tagle pleaded guilty. Judge Boyd accepted. Then the real proceeding began. Do you have a job? Boyd asked. Medicaid transportation? Tagle answered. What followed was not a negotiation, it was a dismantling. Judge Boyd didn't raise her voice. She didn't need to. With cold precision, she looked at a woman who drives elderly and disabled individuals as part of her daily work, and she cut that cord completely. You're not going to be driving a Medicaid van, Boyd said flatly, because that suggests you're driving vulnerable people. So you're going to have to get another job. In seconds, Tagle's career was over. No appeal. No argument. Just the weight of the bench. Tagle revealed she has a 7-year-old child. That fact softened nothing. Instead, it triggered more conditions. Parenting classes. No unsupervised contact with minors. Regular UAs every 2 weeks until clean. Field visits once per month. Proof of employment within 30 days. No contact with Austin Gallon, the victim. Restitution owed. Judge Boyd even incentivized health compliance. 40 of 120 required community service hours waived upon proof of COVID vaccination. The sentence, 1 year in the state jail facility, suspended and probated for 3 years. $1,000 fine probated. Tagle avoided prison, but she did not avoid accountability. This wasn't a lecture. It wasn't performative outrage. Judge Boyd simply looked at the facts. A woman trusted to transport vulnerable people, convicted of financial abuse, and closed the door on that chapter forever. Tagle left employed. She left unemployed. And Judge Boyd made sure everyone in that courtroom understood. Probation is not forgiveness. It's supervision with teeth.